twice a year. They buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line. Everybody knew that it made moonshine. Well, revenue man wanted granddaddy bad, headed up the hollow with everything he had. All my time that I've been told, you're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Went out Daddy ran a whiskey in a big black Dodge. Sold it in auction down at Mason's Lodge. They had chunks of kind of sherry painted on the side. Well, he shot a coat of primer, then looked inside. Well, him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Well, the sheriff came around in the middle of the night. Heard Mama crying, said something wasn't right. Had her down on Nossa with a weekly low. You can smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Yeah! Woo! Come on, lock in the park, go! They got the white transfers round here anyway. I done two to the duty up Vietnam. I came home with a brand new plan. I saved the sea from Colombia and Mexico. Well, I'm planning up the hollow down Copperhead Road. Charlie, don't you know, you're never coming back from Copperhead Road. You're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Woo, yeah! I'm going to get a good friend of ours, Mr. Ian Palmer, who's going to come and play some harmonica for you. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got this feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. I got Clown to the left of me, Jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep a smile off my face. Losing control, I'm all over the place. I got Clown to the left of me, Joker to the right. Here I am. Well, now you started off with nothing. You found you are a self-made man. And your friends, they often call in. They slap you on the back and say, please. They say, please. Well, I song from Dr. Feelgood. This one's called I'm Going Back Home. Let's see you rock and boogie, baby. She just come back again. She left me in the park, told me that I treat her like a dog. That's what she said. Well, the last time that I saw her, she was buried in a bone. Now I'm tired of whistling for her, and I'm going back home. This is Ian Palmer on the harmonica. Take it away, baby. Johnny Green, well, he asked me in. We watched the TV and then I drank a little gin. Then I took off down the street, smiling at the faces that I meet. Well, now that was back this morning. Now I'm dizzy, sick and stoned. When the world starts turning, well, I'm going. Change in my pocket, going jingle-lang-a-ling-on. Call you on the telephone, give you a ring. Each time we talk, I get the same old thing. Always no hugging, no kissing till I get a wedding ring. Well, honey, my face, don't put my love on no shelf. Said don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Your lover boy, I still feel the same way. When she told me a story about the man in the car, always no hugging, no kissing till I get away now. Oh, honey, my babe, don't put my love on no shelf. Said don't hand me no lies and keep your hands to yourself. Yeah. real bad, and I was about to give in. She started talking about true love, started talking about sin. Said, my honey, I'll live with you for the rest of my life. Always no hugging, no kissing till you make me your wife. Oh, honey, my babe, don't put my love on the shelf. Said, don't hand me no lies and keep your hands to go on the guitar. Bad, and I was about to give in. She started talking about true love, started talking about sin. I said, my honey, I'll live with you for the rest of my life. Always no hugging, no kissing till you make me your wife. My honey, my babe, don't put my love on the shelf. Said, don't have me no lies and keep your hands to yourself. Go on. Together for Ian Palmer. Hello. We got a quick change of bass players now. Put your hands together for Mickey Thorpe on the bass there. Hey. He's the handsome one, isn't he? You ready for dancing? You gotta come home to me. I forgot some good old loving and I got some more in store. When I get you throwing on, you gotta come back for more. What's come along and time by the dozen? That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handling, yes, and I tell you, action speaks louder than words. I'm a man of great experience. I know you got another man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, gonna prove every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, you can place your ad with me. Boss come along in time by the dozen, that ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handling now, yes, and tell you, action speaks louder than words. I'm a man of great experience. I know you got another man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, gonna prove every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, you can place your ad with me. Boss come along in time by the dozen, that ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handling, yes, and two-hander. Ooh, yeah. Oh, baby, yeah, yeah. What's come along in time by the dozen? That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handling, yes, and two-hander. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. I tell you, boys come along in time by the dozen. That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. right you can, cause mama, I'm short of handling, yes, and woo, yeah. You're the best audience we've ever seen at Lark in the Park, you know that. You're the best looking audience. Except you.
They all look a lot younger from up here, don't they?
There's a Tom Petty song, you'll have never heard of this one, but you can have a dance to it anyway. It's called You Wreck Me, Baby. Tonight we ride, right or wrong. Tonight we sail on the radio song. Rescue me, should I go down? If I stay too long in troubled town, come on. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me into? But you move me, honey. Ah, yes you do. And now and again, I get the feeling if I don't win, I'm gonna break even. Rescue me, should I go wrong? If I dig too deep, if I stay too long, come on. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me into? Will you move me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Be the boy in the corduroy pants. You be the girl at the high school dance. Run with me wherever I go. Well, I'll just play dumb, whatever you know. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me into? Will you ruin me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me into? Will you ruin me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Okay, thank you very much. This is a little tune you might have heard before. Wasn't gonna sing this for ya. Big wheels keep on turning. Carry me home to see my kin. Singing songs about the Southland. See my family once again. All things the same. Woo, yeah. I miss the young singing.
conscience bother you? Now tell me the truth.
Sweet home Alabama, where the skies ice and blue and the moon is always true. Yeah. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you.
Let's take it down now. Take it down really slow. Really nice and slow. Russell Swoser's got a swamper.
Oh.
Likes to play a song or two. Lord, he gets me up there so much. Picks me up when I'm feeling blue. Now how about you?
Sweet home Alabama, where the skies ice and blue,
Yeah.
and is always true. Yeah. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you.
And again.
Sweet home Alabama, where the skies ice and blue,
Yeah.
and it's always true. Yeah. Sweet home Alabama, well, Lord, I'm coming home to you.
Sweet home Alabama. Sweet home Alabama.
Put your hands together, Big Rog. Now I got a little treat for you. For those of you who've been around South Hayton and Denton for a long time, you might know this fella. Now he ain't as good looking as me, but by God he can sing. Peter Clark. Hey, out there, do you want to sing? Do you want to dance? Let's do it. Mustang Sally, I guess you better slow your Mustang down. Mustang Sally now, baby. Sally now, baby. I guess you better slow your Mustang down. How you doing, Paul? Well, you've been running all over town. Ooh, I guess you gotta put your flat feet on the ground. Right. You know how the words go. It goes something like this. Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on. Not bad. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Yeah. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. 'Cause one of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes here. I've got a little story to tell you. It goes something like this. I bought you a brand new Mustang. It was 1965. But now you come around to signify the woman. Girl, you won't let me ride Mustang Sally now, baby. guess you better slow that Mustang down. Alright. Well, you've been running all over town. Ooh, I guess you gotta put your flat feet on the ground. Do you want to take it away, boys? Come on, Paul, give it some, man. I'm gonna have a drink. You were good, but you weren't that good. Do you want to do it again? Start again from the beginning. Ready? It's about time we split this crew in half. Who's on this side? Give me a shout. Who's on this side? Give me a shout. It's a bit of a competition now. Right down the middle. Let's have a little bit of a gap. Bit of a gap. Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. Left side. That's good, right side. Are you ready? All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on. That's good. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on. All together. One of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes, yeah. Do you wanna do it one more time? Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. That's left. Stop singing on the right. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Right. Not bad. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Left. Right, I'm beating you at the moment. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on, right. Yeah, one of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes. Give yourself a big round of applause. Peter Clark! He's going to help us sing on this one as well. Stay there, Pete. Am I? Who likes Queen? Timing right, I got my act all tight. It's gotta be tonight, my little schoolgirl, babe. Your mama says you don't, your daddy says you won't. I'm burning up inside and no way I'm gonna lose out this time. We wanna hear ya. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. I can tell you how the dolls, we don't need messing around. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Give me all love tonight. You're such a dirty louse and don't get out of my house. It's all I ever get from y'all. Your family ties, in fact I don't think I ever heard a single word broken down. Well, I don't give a light, I'm gonna make out alright. I got a sweet old hand, put a stop to I told us we got time for one more. Is that all right? Here we go then. Keep your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. Your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. We're going to the roadhouse, we're gonna have a real good time. Well, the back of the roadhouse, you got someone to love. The back of the roadhouse, you got someone to love. But this is for the people who like to go down slow. Ready, roll, baby, roll. Ready, roll, baby, roll. Ready, roll, baby, roll. Ready, roll. All night long. On the harmonica, Missy and Palmer. On the guitar, Mr. Paul Dickens. On the bass guitar, Mr. Roger Scott. Would you please put your hands together for Johnny Boy Riegler? Here we go. One more. We've been Brass Monkeys. She was a fast machine, she kept the motor clean. She was the best damn woman that I ever seen. She had side to side, telling me no lies, and knocking me out with those American thighs. Taking more than a share, had me fighting for air. She told me to come, but I was already there. And the walls started shaking, the earth was quaking, my mind was aching. We were making it, you took me all night long. Yeah, you took me all night long. Working double time and no seduction line. She was one of a kind, she just mine, oh mine. Wanted no applause, just another cause. Let a meal out of me and come back for more. Back to cool me down and take another round. Now I'm back in the ring to take another swing. Cause the walls started shaking, the earth was quaking, my mind was aching. We were making it, you took me all night long. Yeah, you took me all night long. Knocking me out and then you took me all night long. Yeah, shaking out of you took me all night long. Yeah, you shook me. Well, you took me. Took me out of you, took me all night long. Yeah, yeah, you took me all night long. Yeah, yeah, you took me all night long. You really shook me out of you, took me all night long. You really shook me. Thought we were going away.
But you were wrong.
But you were wrong. Bit of ZZ Top for ya. I want to see you all dancing because this is the last time we're doing this. Crazy about a short dress man. Gold watch, diamond ring. I am missing but a single thing. Couplings, a stick pin. I said, bye, I'm gonna do you in. They come running just as fast as they can. Every girl's crazy about a short dress man. as they can. Every girl's crazy about a short-dressed man. Clean shirt, new shoes. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Silk suit, black tie. I don't need a reason why. They come running just as fast as they can. Every girl's crazy about a short-dressed man. We'll see you next time. We've been Brass Monkeys. Oh. How you doing? Well, my name's Johnny Pettimore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. Well, you hardly ever saw Granddaddy down here. He only came to town about twice a year. He'd buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line. Everybody knew that he made moonshine. Well, every new man wanted Granddaddy bad, headed up the hollow with everything he had. All my time that I've been told, you're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Well, now Daddy ran a whiskey in a big black Dodge. He sold it in auction down at Mason's Lodge. They had chunks of kind of sherry painted on the side. Where he shot a coat of primer, then looked inside. Well, him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Well, the sheriff came around in the middle of the night, heard Mama crying, said something wasn't right. Had her down on nothing with a weekly low. You can smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Yeah! Woo! Come on, lock in the park, go! I volunteered for the army on my birthday. Yeah. Oh. I'm going to get a good friend of ours, Mr. Ian Palmer, who's going to come and play some harmonica for you. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got this feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. I got clown to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep a smile off my face. Losing control, I'm all over the place. I got clown to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am. Well, now you started off with nothing. You found you are a self-made man, and your friends, they often call in. They slap you on the back and say, please. They say, please. Well, I'm trying to make some sense of it all. I can see it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to fall asleep on the floor? I don't think that I can take anymore. I got clown to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, Mr. Palmer on the harmonica. Well, now you started off with nothing and you found you are a self-made man. And your friends, they often call in. They slap you on the back and say, what? I can't hear you. Well, now you started off with nothing and you found you are a self-made man. And your friends, they often call in. They slap you on the back and say, please. They say, please. Well, I'm trying to make some sense of it all. See, it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to fall asleep on the floor? I don't think that I can take anymore. I got clown to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am. I got clown to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am. I got clown to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am. How we doing, all right? Here's a song from Dr. Feelgood. This one's called I'm Going Back Home. Let's see you rock and boogie, baby. I wanna live the way I like. Sleep all the morning, go and get my fun at night. For things ain't like that here. I'm working If she just come back again, she left me in the park. Told me that I treat her like a dog. That's what she said. Well, the last time that I saw her, she was buried in a bone. Now I'm tired of whistling for her, and I'm going back home. This is Ian Palmer on the harmonica. Take it away, baby.
Okay, good evening everyone. So, hopefully everyone can hear me as per usual. And I hope that everyone is also looking forward to this week's quiz. So, it's been quite an eventful week so far, hasn't it? We've got the arrival of one of our own back home, which is brilliant news, and I'm sure everyone is sending their best wishes to them. We've also seen the introduction of a new round to the quiz, so it gives me great pleasure in moving on to announce this week's winner. There was a bit of a debacle, I must admit. It didn't go quite how I had intended. For last week, we actually had 3 winners with the same score. So we contacted them all and we set up a tiebreaker question for them, which I am sure that they will all agree that it was not what any of them were expecting. And it wasn't what I was intending either. But I had great pleasure in organising the tiebreaker. And I am happy to announce for the winners of this week's quiz were yes, very well done to Hayden and Elaine, who managed to get a bonus point on the tiebreaker to become last week's winners. Commiserations to the Lunatics and also to the Denton, South Hayton and Colorado Union, who just narrowly scraped off the winning spot by a point. As such, the winners round this week, which is going to be the first time we've played with the winners round, the questions were written by Hayden and Elaine. As a result, they will excuse themselves from that round, so they will be marking their quiz out of 40, whilst the rest of you mark yours out of 50. This is the fairest solution, for it gives everyone else a chance to win top spot, and so we can try and get as many different people as possible to write a winners round for us. Now, I'm not going to tell you the topic of the winners round just yet. I'll wait until we get to it, and then we can indulge then. So, just a quick update on the league table. So we can see that because unfortunately the Pascanators have lost their top spot as they did not play last week. So congratulations to the Lunatics, who are currently in pole position to win the league. So hopefully everyone can see, and it's of decent enough quality to be able to identify yourselves and to see in which position you are currently sitting. And so, with all of the admin all sorted, it brings me onto our first round, which we've changed ever so slightly this week to science and philosophy. It is philosophy because philosophy basically encompasses everything. So, I would like us to start with round 1, question 1. So long as everybody is happy to get going. So please put up onto the group chats to say whether or not you would like to get going now or whether we need a couple extra minutes. I'm happy, whatever you decide to do. So, yeah, Gostock family, you're still third. You scored bugger all last week, but so did everyone else. So you're not the only ones. Right. Ready and waiting. Let's go. So, question 1 of this week, Science and Philosophy. Who said, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall"? Who said, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall"? Okay, let's move on to question 2, not round 2. What is the term used to describe someone when they are unable to think clearly or bewildered? If you manage to get the answer to question 1, this will likely give you a clue. But it's a one-word answer I'm looking for here. What is the term used to describe someone when they are unable to think clearly or bewildered? Question 3. By what name do we call the study of ancient artifacts? Sorry, that should say, by what name do we call the study of ancient human artifacts? So, by what name do we call the study of ancient human artifacts? Question 4. What substance does most plastic originate? What substance does most plastic originate? Okay. Question 5. How long does it take for the sun's rays to reach Earth? Is it 5 minutes and 46 seconds, 8 minutes and 20 seconds, or 11 minutes and 10 seconds? Question 5. How long does it take for the sun's rays to reach the Earth? Is it 5 minutes and 46 seconds, 8 minutes and 20 seconds, or 11 minutes and 10 seconds? Okay, question 6. Name the... Oh, it's rotating. Oh, I didn't know it was going to do that. That's quite cool. So please name the highlighted bone in the human body. Please name this bone in the human body. That's very cool. So I'm just watching it go round and round. It's very hypnotic. Question 7. What is the main substance in glass? Question 7. What is the main substance in glass? Okay, let's move on. Question 8. Which country in Europe has 6 months daylight and 6 months night? Question 8. Which country in Europe has 6 months daylight and 6 months night? Okay, let's move on to question 9. Which weather front is depicted with red triangles on the weather map? Is it a warm front or a cold front? Question 9. Which weather front is depicted with red triangles on the weather map? Is it a warm front or a cold front? Question 10, the last question for round 1 of Science and Philosophy. What is the scientific name for dogs? Question 10, what is the scientific name for dogs? Okay, so that was round 1. So we're now going to move on to round 2. So when we're ready, we will start the geography round. And question 1 of the geography round, what is the second largest city in the UK? Question 1. What is the second largest city in the UK? Question 2. How many countries does the Amazon River pass through? Question 2. How many countries does the Amazon River pass through? Question 3. How many countries does the River Rhine pass through in Europe? Question 3. How many countries does the River Rhine pass through in Europe? Question 4. In which county would you find Stonehenge? In which county would you find Stonehenge? Question 5. In which country would you find the Burj Khalifa? In which country would you find the Burj Khalifa? Question 6. Which is the tallest clock tower in England? Is it Big Ben or Old Joe? Question 6. Which is the oldest clock tower in England? Is it Big Ben or Old Joe? Question 7 is very, very badly written. What it should be saying is, actually, give me just a second and I will rewrite that, because there's a specific way that it needs to be written. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. No. That one. Ha. Yeah. And it was question 17. 18. Haha. Right. Where were we? Question 7. Assuming the continent of Oceania, which is the smallest continent in the world? Question 7. Assuming the continent of Oceania, which is the smallest continent in the world? It was important to make this distinction, and I will explain to you why it was important to make this distinction while I'm giving you the result. Question 8. What is the process called when rocks smash against each other, causing Question 8. What is the process called when rocks smash against each other, causing them to become smooth? Question 9. What did Slarty Bartfast win an award for? Question 9. What did Slarty Bartfast win an award for? Okay, and your last question for geography. What is the name of the process whereby temperature extremes cause erosion to rocks? Question 10. What is the name of the process whereby temperature extremes cause erosion to rocks? Excellent. And now we're going to move on to our winners round, which is very exciting. So, the theme of this new round, which was entirely decided by Hayden and Elaine, as they were this week's or last week's winners rather, is the marvelous DC world. Okay, so therefore we are going to start with question number 1 of the winners round. Who played Wonder Woman in the 70s TV show? Question 1. Who played Wonder Woman in the 70s TV show? Question 2. What is the name of Batman's butler? Question 2. What is the name of Batman's butler? Question number 3. What actor played Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy? Question 3. What actor played Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy? Okay, question 4. What is Superman's weakness? Question 4. What is Superman's weakness? Question 5. What actor played Aquaman in Justice League and his own movie? Question 5. What actor played Aquaman in Justice League and his own movie? Question 6. No. Now question 6. Which comic book writer has a cameo in every Marvel Cinematic Universe movie except Avengers Endgame? Question 6. Which comic book writer has a cameo in every Marvel Cinematic Universe movie except that of the Avengers Endgame? Okay, let's move on to question 7. What song is Baby Groot dancing to at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Question 7. What song is Baby Groot dancing to at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Okay, let's move on to question 8. Who played Spider-Man in the 2002 Sam Raimi films? Question 8. Who played Spider-Man in the 2002 Sam Raimi films? Your penultimate question for the winners round is question 9. How many infinity stones are there? How many infinity stones are there? I'll give you a clue. It is actually a set amount. Any mathematicians will be laughing at that joke. And your final question for the first winners round. What weapon does Hawkeye use? Question 10. What weapon does Hawkeye use? Okay, so we've had our first 3 rounds now. We're going to have our quick break and we will have 10, I'll do it until 10 past 9 and then we can crack on from there. Okay, after that we have got the music round, followed by our final round, which is the current news and general ignorance. So, until then, I shall say, enjoy your break, and I'll see you in just over 10 minutes.
They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, no, no, no. I'm fine. They try to make me go to rehab. I won't go, go, go. I'd rather be at home with Ray. I gained about 70 days. 'Cause there's nothing you can teach me that I can't learn from Mr.
Like when you said you felt so happy you could die. I told myself that you were right for me, but felt so lonely in your company. But that was love and it's innate, I still remember. Like resignation to the end, always the end. So when we found that we could not make sense, well, you said that we would still be friends. But I'll admit that I was glad it was over.
grey clouds wrapped round the town like elastic. Cars stood like toys made of Taiwanese plastic. The boy laughed at the spastic, dancing around in the rain. While laundrettes clean clothes, high heels rub toes, puddles splashed huddles of bus stop crows, dressed in their suits and their boots, where they all look the same. I took myself down to the cafe to find all the boys lost in books and crackling vinyl, and carved out a poem above the urinal that read, don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and give what you're given. Life's for the living, so live it, or you're better off dead. Well, the evening pulled the moon out of its packet. The stars shone like buttons on an old man's jacket. We needed a nail, but we tacked it till it fell off the wall. While pigeons pecked drains, sparks flew like planes. The rain showed the rainbows in the oil stains. And we all had new iPhones, but no one had no one to call. I stumbled down to the stomach of the town, where the widow takes memories to slowly drown. With a hand to the sky and a mist in her eyes, she said,
Okay, welcome back. So, we are going to get going with round 4, our music round. So, I had hoped that we might have had Mr. Paul Dickens watching tonight. I'm not sure whether he is or not, but it was a specific round that was intended to lighten his mood whilst being at home. So, without further ado, we shall move straight on to round 4 of the music round, which is going to be named that tune. But there's going to be a quiz, a twist rather. This time, I would like you to identify either the name of the song or the artist by the guitar riff. And that's all you should be getting. Now, that might be at the very start of the song, that might be at the very end of the song, or it might be somewhere in the middle. But there's going to be a guitar riff. I want you to be able to identify the name of the song or the artist that it is by. Therefore, without further ado, let us listen to piece of music number 1. Excellent. So, we're going to have another listen to that piece of music. I'll give you a short while to compile your answer. And we're going to move on to question number 2. So please identify for me this guitar riff. And let's listen to that piece of music once more. Give you about 30 seconds to compile your answers. Okay, now we're going to move swiftly on to question number 3. Please identify for me this guitar riff. And we're going to listen to that one more time. Give you about 30 seconds to compile your answers. And we're going to move on to question number 4. Please identify for me this piece of music. Okay, and we're going to listen to that one more time. Right. Let's move on to question number 5. Okay, let's listen to question 5 once again. I'll give you about 30 seconds to compile your answers. Let's move on to question number 6. Let's listen to number 6 once again. Okay, and we'll move on now to question number 7. And let's listen to question number 7 once again. Give you a short while just to compile your answers. I've just got an email from YouTube telling me that my Hampden Virtual Quiz 6 has now gone live. Well, I never. Right, let's move on to question number 8. So please identify for me this guitar riff.
Turn it up.
And let's listen to question number 8 once again.
Turn it up.
So remember, I'm only looking for either the name of the song or the artist. So the band rather, not the individual guitarist, the band. Right, let's move on to the penultimate music question for this evening. Question number 9. Okay, let's listen to question number 9 once again. Okay. Give you about 30 seconds to jot your answers down. I hope you wouldn't need 30 seconds, but there you go. Right, and let's move on now to our final question of this music round. Hopefully, everyone has enjoyed this week more than Eurovision, but I don't think I'm ever going to enjoy a music round more than that Eurovision round, just from the utter detest from the comments that I was getting. Oh, it was bloody brilliant. Oh, I just couldn't. It was so funny. So let's move on now to the final question, the final piece of music. Please tell me, what is the name or artist of this song? Okay, and shall we listen to that piece of music one more time for those of you who didn't get it? And I'll give you just about 30 seconds to compile your answers. Right, so that brings us to the very end of our music round, sadly. I know everyone enjoyed that. I very, very much enjoyed writing it, I must admit. It was great being able to listen to all of the different pieces of music. But we're going to move on to our penultimate round. Oh no, sorry, our final round. Our current news and general ignorance round. Now this is going to be in a similar format to every other week. 5 questions on current news, 5 questions on general ignorance. So I hope that you've been keeping up to date, as last week will have proven that you have to make sure you're keeping up to date with all of the news, not only that which you think is necessary. It's important to keep up to date. So, without further ado, let us continue on to question 1 of round 5. It has recently been discovered that plants are being tricked into flowering early. But tell me, which insect is tricking the plants? Question 1. It has recently been discovered that plants are being tricked into flowering early. Which insect is tricking the plants? Let's move on to question number 2. Which internet giant is starting food delivery in India? Okay, let's move on to question number 3. These statistics show how well the population of a particular country thought that other countries handled their COVID outbreaks. But which country do these statistics come from? Question 3. These stats show how well the population of a particular country thought that their countries handled their COVID outbreaks. From which country do these statistics come from? Question 4. A tropical storm made landfall in India and Bangladesh on Wednesday, wreaking havoc and devastation in both countries. What was the storm called? Question 4. A tropical storm made landfall in India and Bangladesh on Wednesday, wreaking devastation in both countries. But what was the storm's name? Let's move on to the last current news question, which by the looks of it, some of you will be very happy to see. Question 5. How long are travellers expected to quarantine for when they arrive in the UK? Question 5. How long are travellers expected to quarantine for when they arrive in the UK? Now, I'm pretty sure this is only formally announced today. Okay, let's move on to our first question of our general ignorance round. So, question number 6. Which is the southernmost Channel island? Question 6. Which is the southernmost Channel island? Question 7. What is the modern-day name for Constantinople? What is the modern-day name for Constantinople? Let's move on to question number 8. What is a series of 3 books or 3 films called? Question number 8. What is a series of 3 books or 3 films called? Let's move on to our penultimate question of tonight. Which Royal Horticultural Society show held a virtual event this week? Question 9. Which Royal Horticultural Society show held a virtual event this week? And let us move on to our final question of this evening. Question number 10. What is the car manufacturer Vauxhall called in Europe? Question number 10. What is the car manufacturer Vauxhall called in Europe? I thought I'd just give you all a bit of PTSD about all of the bad songs from last week. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It was jolly good fun. Okay, so we're going to go for a quick 5-minute break, and that's only because I need to go to the bathroom. So I will let you all have a very quick fag break, top up of your drink break, or just run around the house like a loony break. But I will see you all in 5 minutes. Okay, see you soon.
They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, no, no, no.
Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts a thumping, and you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. And whatever happened to Tuesday and so slow, gone down the old man with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, just like that. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la- the other day. My, you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la in the green grass.
I've been walking in the same way as I did, missing out the cracks in the pavement and tutting my heel and strutting my feet. Is there anything I can do for you, dear? Is there anyone I could call? No, and thank you, please, madame. I ain't lost, just wondering. Round my hometown, memories of phrases. Round my hometown, ooh, the people I've made are the wonders of my world, are the wonders of my world, are the wonders of this world, are the wonders. And now I like it in the city when the air is so thick and opaque. I love it to see everybody in short skirts, shorts and shades. I like it in the city when two worlds collide. You get the people and the government, everybody taking different sides. Shows that we ain't gonna stand shit, shows that we are united, shows that we ain't gonna take it. Shows that we ain't gonna stand shit, shows that we are united. Round my hometown, memories are fresh. Round my hometown, ooh, the people I've met, yeah.
Awesome. Hello and welcome back. So now is your chance to send in all of the questions that you would like repeated. So anyone who wants a repeat question, feel free to use the WhatsApp group, use the online YouTube chat, or whichever social media platform I am currently on, which is virtually everything except Twitter, because Twitter's for peasants. Oh, bollocks, I'm out. Damn. But yes, anything. So let me know. I do have one request for round 2, question 7, which I thought I might, if I'm totally honest. So let's have a look at round 2, question 7, which was, of course, geography. So the question was, assuming the continent of Oceania, which is the smallest continent in the world? Now, the reasoning behind the wording for this question was because most people assume that the 7 continents, or one of the 7 continents, is Australia on its own. However, that is not the case. So Oceania is the assumption that you're including Australia, Tasmania, and New Zealand, not just Australia on its own. Therefore, we are assuming the continent of Oceania and then trying to figure out what is the smallest continent in the world, assuming the conglomeration of Oceania, not Australia. I hope that's cleared everything up. Let me know if it hasn't. I'm happy to go into further detail. But I feel that should clear everything up. So, assuming that no one else has actually said anything about wanting any repeats, that is absolutely really marvellous. No one has asked for any repeats on YouTube, and no one else is asking for any repeats within the WhatsApp group, so we'll move swiftly on to the answers then. As such. So, let's move on to the answers. Round 1. Who said our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall? The answer to that is, of course, Confucius. Question 2. What is the term used to describe someone when they are unable to think clearly or bewildered? Now, I said when I gave you the question originally, if you got the answer to the first one correct, then this one would be fairly simple. The answer is, of course, confused. Let's move on to question 3. By what name do we call the study of ancient human artifacts? The answer is archaeology. Question 4. What substance does most plastic originate? The answer is, of course, crude oil. If you put oil, that's fine. If you put fossil fuels, again, that is absolutely fine. The main thing that you got is that they are fossil fuels / crude oil. They are all polymers. If you put polymer, you don't get the answer. It has to be a substance, not an individual polymer. Polymers are different to substances. Question 5. How long does it take for the sun's rays to reach the Earth? The answer is, of course, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Therefore, when the sun explodes, which won't be in any of our lifetimes, unless we decide to send a nuclear bomb towards it, then we will have 8 minutes of warning before we get engulfed within its flame. Question 6. Oh yeah, the lovely rotating picture. Name this human body bone It is, of course, the funniest bone in the body because it is rather humorous. Humorous, get it? Yeah. So that's what always happens. When you bash your funny bone, you're not bashing your funny bone, you're actually causing a minor trauma to the ulnar nerve. Don't you know? So it's not a funny bone at all, it's your ulnar nerve. What is the main substance in glass? The answer is, of course, sand or silica. I say sand because sand is the main constituent of glass. However, the majority of sand is made of silicon. Which country in Europe has 6 months of daylight and 6 months of night? The answer is Norway, because of Svalbard. Very much high within the Arctic Circle, it experiences 6 months of daylight and 6 months of nighttime. So if you're going to visit it, I'd recommend visiting during the middle of summer. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a very dreary time. Which weather front is depicted with red triangles on the weather map? It is, of course, the warm front. And finally, for question 10, round 1 of science and philosophy, what is the scientific name for dogs? They are, of course, canines. Excellent. We are going to move on swiftly to question number 1 of round 2. What is the second largest city in the UK? The answer is Birmingham. London is the largest, Birmingham is second largest. Question 2. How many countries does the Amazon River pass through? The answer is 5. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, what are these 5 countries that the river is passing through? Well, it originates in Peru, it then passes through to Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, and finally ending in Brazil. Whereupon it then drains into the Atlantic Ocean. Question 3. How many countries does the Rhine River pass through in Europe? The answer is 6. It originates in Switzerland, passes through the Principality of Liechtenstein, passes through Austria, Germany, France, and eventually ends in the Netherlands, where it then passes out into the North Sea in Rotterdam. Question 4. In which county would you find Stonehenge? That is, of course, Wiltshire. Question 5. In which country would you find the Burj Khalifa? Naturally, the Burj Khalifa is the largest man-made building on the planet at this current moment in time, and it is located in Dubai. So well done if you remembered Dubai. Question 6. Which is the tallest clock tower in England? The answer is, of course, Old Joe, not Big Ben. Big Ben is a measly 96 metres tall, whereas Old Joe is 100 metres tall. It has 4 whole metres on Big Ben. Question 7. The continent of Oceania, assuming the continent of Oceania, which is the smallest continent in the world? The answer is Europe. Europe is the smallest continent in the world. Now, the whole problem with this question was that if you assumed the continent of Australia and not Oceania, then Australia on its own is smaller than Europe. But because we have to include Tasmania and New Zealand within these countries, within the continent of Oceania, which is the true continent, Europe is ever so slightly smaller than Oceania. And so we move on to question 8. What is this process called when rocks smash against each other, causing them to become smooth? Attrition. The answer is attrition. Question 9. What did Slarty Bartfast win an award for? Now, for those of you who have seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it was, of course, the Norwegian fjords. He won his award for the fjords. And the final question for the geography round. What is the name of the process whereby temperature extremes cause erosion to rocks? We're thinking of temperature extremes, we're thinking of freezing and melting or boiling. Either way, you should have come up with freeze-thaw. Water condenses into a crack within a rock. This freezes overnight, and the freezing of the water causes the rock to expand. Then, when the morning comes and the sunlight is up, then the water melts, more water condenses in there overnight, and the rock freezes overnight again, causing the crack to expand even further, hence freeze-thaw. So, then we moved on to our first winners round, and we wanted to know, question 1, who played Wonder Woman in the 70s TV show? The answer was Linda Cart. Question 2, what is the name of Batman's butler? The answer is Alfred. Question 3, which actor played Batman in the Dark Knight trilogy? The answer is, of course, Christian Bale. Question 4, what is Superman's weakness? It is, of course, kryptonite. Question 5, what actor played Aquaman in Justice League and his own movie? This was, of course, the Game of Thrones star, Jason Momoa. Question 6. Which comic book writer has a cameo in every Marvel Cinematic Universe movie except the Avengers Endgame? Stan Lee, the original creator himself. He was unable to attend or become a part of the Avengers Endgame because he sadly passed away. Question 7. What song is Baby Groot dancing to at the beginning of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? The answer is, of course, Mr. Blue Sky by ELO. Question 8. Who played Spider-Man in the 2002 Sam Raimi films? The answer is Tobey Maguire. Question 9. How many Infinity Stones are there? The answer is, of course, 6 Infinity Stones. 6 Infinity Stones. And lastly, question 10. What weapon does Hawkeye use? He uses a bow and arrow. A bow and arrow. So, we're going to move on very swiftly to round 4, the music round. So, identify this guitar riff. So, of course, the answer was The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. And we're going to move on to number 2. Johnny Be Good by Chuck Berry. Let's move on to question number 3. Yep, Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. Let's move on to question number 4. Of course, this was Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. Let's move on for the question number 5. Yes, Enter Sandman by Metallica. And let's move on to question number 6. Yes, of course, the answer to that was Paranoid by Black Sabbath. And we'll move on to question number 7. Very well done. If you said Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple at home, we're going to move on swiftly to question number 8. I feel like this particular piece of music didn't need quite so long an introduction, but there you go. That was, of course, Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner. Let's move on swiftly now to question number 9. Of course, that was House of the Rising Sun by the Animals. And last question for the music round. Yes, that was, of course, Day Tripper by the Beatles. Now remember, you could have got the point if you put either the name of the band or the name of the song. So the whole round in total is only worth 10 points. If you were clever enough to be able to put both the name of the band and the name of the song, you still only get 1 point. So let's move on to our last round for this evening, which was, of course, round 5, the current news and general ignorance. So, question 1. It has recently been discovered that plants are being tricked into flowering early. Which insect is tricking the plants? The answer is bees. They are nibbling specific holes within the leaves, causing them to flower early so they can get all of the pollen and nectar. Brilliant for me. My bees will love doing that so they can get as much pollen and nectar as necessary to be able to create all of the honey that you guys seem to consume. Well, let's move on to question number 2. Which internet giant is starting food delivery in India? This is Amazon. They have started to roll it out in one major city, and they will hopefully be able to be moving forward and developing it through the entire country. So good luck to Amazon on their food delivery company in India. Question 3. These stats show how well the population of a particular country thought that other countries handled their COVID outbreaks. Or which country do these statistics come from? There's only one country in the world vain enough to be able to judge every other country, even though they have currently got the worst death rates. That is, of course, the United States. Question 4. A tropical storm made landfall in India and Bangladesh on Wednesday, wreaking devastation in both countries. What was the name of the storm? It was Amphan. Cyclone Amphan. And question 5. How long are travellers expected to quarantine for when they arrive in the UK? The answer is either 14 days, 2 weeks, or a fortnight. Only England could come up with a language that has 3 different sayings to mean the exact same thing. And we move on to our general ignorance. Which is the southernmost Channel Island? The answer is Jersey. I spent a glorious 5 weeks in Jersey. It was absolutely lovely. For those of you who haven't been, I'd thoroughly recommend going. Perhaps in March before it becomes a bit too busy, but it was absolutely lovely. Question 5. What is the modern day name for Constantinople? It is Istanbul. Question 8. What is the series of 3 books or 3 films called? It is a trilogy. And lastly, penultimately, question 9. Which Royal Horticultural Society show held a virtual event this week? It was, of course, the Chelsea Flower Show. They had to cancel the main event, but they were able to go around filming everyone's hard work and managed to do a virtual flower show. So Virtual Chelsea, I very much look forward to catching up with you. And the very last question for this evening is question 10. What is the car manufacturer of Vauxhall called in Europe? Well done for those of you who knew Opel. And that comes to the very end of our quiz this evening. So thank you all again for everyone who participated. Thank you very much, Hayden and Elaine, for providing the first questions for the winners round. I look forward to seeing who wins this week, and I look forward to hearing your questions. Again, let me know whether you would like to write them yourselves, or whether you would like me to write them, or whether you would like to film yourself asking the questions and go from there. But until next time, please fill out this Google form, okay? The link is in the description below. And until then, thank you very much. We hope Paul and Claire Dickens and the whole Dickens family in general all the very best with Paul's recovery and being home. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Until then, have a very good evening, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Good night.
Oh, how you doing? Well, my name's Charlie Pettimore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. Well, you hardly ever saw Granddaddy down here. He only came to town about twice a year. He'd buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line. everybody knew that it made moonshine. Well, revenue man wanted granddaddy bad, headed up the hollow with everything he had. All my time that I've been told, you're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Well, now Daddy ran a whiskey in a big black Dodge. He sold it in auction down at Mason's Lodge. They had chunks of kind of sherry painted on the side. Well, he shot a coat of primer, then looked inside. Well, him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Well, the sheriff came around in the middle of the night, heard Mama crying, said something wasn't right. Headed down on Knoxville with a weekly low. You can smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Yeah! Woo! Come on, lock in the park, go! They got the white transfers round here anyway. I done two to the duty up Vietnam. I came home with a brand new plan. I'd take the sea from Colombia or Mexico. Well, I'm planning on the hollow down Copperhead Road. Charlie, don't you know, you're never coming back from Copperhead Road. You're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Woo, yeah! I'm going to get a good friend of ours, Mr. Ian Palmer, who's going to come and play some harmonica for you. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got this feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. I got Clown to the left of me, Joker to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep a smile off my face. Losing control, I'm all over the place. I got Clown to the left of me, Joker to the right. Here I am. Well, now you started off with nothing. You found you are a self-made man. song from Dr. Feelgood. This one's called I'm Going Back Home. Let's see you rock and boogie, baby. She just come back again. She left me in the park, told me that I treat her like a dog. That's what she said. Well, the last time that I saw her, she was buried in a bone. Now I'm tired of whistling for her, and I'm going back home. This is Ian Palmer on the harmonica. Take it away, baby. Johnny Green, well, he asked me in. We watched the TV and then I drank a little gin. Then I took off down the street, smiling at the faces that I meet. Well, now that was back this morning. Now I'm dizzy, sick and stoned. When the world starts turning, well, I'm going change in my pocket, going jingle-lang-a-ling-o. Call you on the telephone, give you a ring. Each time we talk, I get the same old thing. Always no hugging, no kissing till I get a wedding ring. Well, honey, my babe, don't put my love on no shelf. Said don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. real bad and I was about to give in. She started talking about true love, started talking about sin. Said, my honey, I'll live with you for the rest of my life. Always no hugging, no kissing till you make me all white. My honey, my babe, don't put my love on the shelf. Said, don't hand me no lies and keep your hands still on the guitar. Bad and I was about to give in. She started talking about true love, started talking about sin. I said, my honey, I'll live with you for the rest of my life. Always no hugging, no kissing till you make me your wife. My honey, my babe, don't put my love on the shelf. Said, don't have me no lies and keep your hands to yourself. Go on. Together, Brian Palmer. Hello. We got a quick change of bass players now. Put your hands together for Mickey Thorpe on the bass there. Hey. He the handsome one, ain't he? You ready for dancing? You gotta come home to me. I forgot some good old loving and I got some more in store. When I get you throwing on, you gotta come back for more. What's come along with time by the dozen? That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handling, yes, and I tell you, action speaks louder than words. I'm a man of great experience. I know you got another man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, gonna do every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, you can place your ad with me. Boss come along with time by the dozen, that ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handling now, yes, and I tell you, action speaks louder than words. I'm a man of great experience. I know you got another man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, gonna prove every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, you can place your ad with me. Boss come along with time by the dozen, that ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handling, yes, and two-hander. Ooh, yeah. Oh, baby, yeah, yeah. Boss come along with time by the dozen. That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm short of handling, yes, and two-hander. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. I tell you, boss come along with time by the dozen. That ain't nothing but drugstore loving. darling, let me light your candle, 'cause mama, I'm short of handle now, yes, and woo, yeah. You're the best audience we've ever seen at Lark in the Park, you know that. You're the best looking audience. Except you.
They all look a lot younger from up here, don't they?
There's a Tom Petty song, you'll have never heard of this one, but you can have a dance to it anyway. It's called You Wreck Me, Baby. Tonight we ride, right or wrong. Tonight we sail on the radio song. Rescue me, should I go down? If I stay too long in troubled town, come on. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? Will you move me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Now and again, I get the feeling if I don't win, I'm gonna break even. Rescue me, should I go wrong? If I dig too deep, if I stay too long, come on. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? Will you move me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Be the boy in the corduroy pants. You be the girl at the high school dance. Run with me wherever I go. Well, I'll just play dumb, whatever you know. Whoa, yeah. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? Will you ruin me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Will you wreck me, baby? Will you break me in two? Will you ruin me, honey? Ah, yes you do. Okay, thank you very much. This is a little tune you might have heard before. Who's gonna sing this for ya?
Big wheels keep on turning. Carry me home to see my kin. Singing songs about the Southland. See my family once again. All things are sin. Woo, yeah. I miss the young hate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you? Now tell me the truth. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue and the moon is always true. Yeah. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Let's take it down now. Take it down really slow. Really nice and slow. Russell Swole's got a swamper. Oh. Likes to play a song or two. Lord, he gets me up there so much. Picks me up when I'm feeling blue. Now how about you? Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue, yeah, the moon is always true, yeah. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. And again. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue, yeah, they're always blue, yeah. Sweet home Alabama, well, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Sweet home Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. Let's go.
Put your hands together, Big Rog. Now I got a little treat for you. For those of you who've been around South Hayton and Denton for a long time, you might know this fella. Now he ain't as good looking as me, but by God he can sing. Peter Clark. Hey, out there, do you want to sing? Do you want to dance? Let's do it. Mustang Sally, I guess you better slow your Mustang down. Mustang Sally now, baby. Sally now, baby. I guess you better slow your Mustang down. How you doing, Bo? Well, you've been running all over town. Ooh, I guess you gotta put your flat feet on the ground. Right. You know how the words go. It goes something like this. Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on. Not bad. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Yeah. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. 'Cause one of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes here. I've got a little story to tell you. It goes something like this. I bought you a brand new Mustang. It was 1965. But now you come around to signify the woman. guess you better slow that Mustang down. Alright. Well, you've been running all over town. Ooh, I guess you gotta put your flat feet on the ground. Do you want to take it away, boys? Come on, Paul, give it some, man. I'm gonna have a drink. You were good, but you weren't that good. Do you want to do it again? Start again from the beginning. You ready? It's about time we split this crew in half. Who's on this side? Give me a shout. Who's on this side? Give me a shout. It's a bit of a competition now. Right down the middle. Let's have a little bit of a gap. Bit of a gap. Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. Left side. That's good, right side. Are you ready? All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on. That's good. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on. All together. One of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes, yeah. Do you wanna do it one more time? Well, all you wanna do is ride around Sally. That's left. Stop singing on the right. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Right. Not bad. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Left. Right, I'm beating you at the moment. All you wanna do is ride around Sally. Come on, right. Yeah, one of these early mornings, I'm gonna be wiping those weeping eyes. Give yourself a big round of applause. Peter Clark! He's going to help us sing on this one as well. Stay there, Pete. Am I? Who likes Queen? Timing right, I got my act all tight. It's gotta be tonight, my little schoolgirl. Your mama says you don't, your daddy says you won't. I'm burning up inside and no way I'm gonna lose out this time. We wanna hear ya. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. I can tell you how the dolls, we don't need it messing around. Tie your mother down, tie your mother down. Give me all love tonight. She's such a dirty Like Thomas, we got time for one more. Is that all right? Here we go then. Keep your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. Your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. We're going to the roadhouse, we're gonna have a real good time. Well, the back of the roadhouse, you got someone to love. The back of the roadhouse, you got someone to love. And this is for the people who like to go down slow. Ready, roll, baby, roll. Ready, roll, baby, roll. Ready, roll, baby, roll. Ready, roll. All night long. On the harmonica, Missy and Palmer. On the guitar, Mr. Paul Dickens. On the bass guitar, Mr. Roger Scott. Would you please put your hands together for Johnny Boy Riegler? Here we go. One more. We've been brass monkeys. clean, she kept the motor clean. She was the best damn woman that I ever seen. She had sideways eyes, telling me no lies, and knocking me out with those American thighs. Taking more than a share, had me fighting for air. She told me to come, but I was already there. And the walls started shaking, the earth was quaking, my mind was aching. We were making it, you took me all night long. Yeah, you took me all night long. Working double time and no seduction line. She was one of a kind, she just mine, oh mine. Wanted no applause, just another cause. Made a meal out of me and come back from home. Had to cool me down and take another round. Now I'm back in the ring to take another swing. Cause the walls started shaking, the earth was quaking, my mind was aching. We were making it, you took me all night long. Yeah, you took me all night long. Knocking me out and then you took me all night long. Yeah, she ain't out of you. Took me all night long. Yeah, you shook me. Well, you took me. Took me out of you, took me all night long. Yeah, yeah, you took me all night long. Yeah, yeah, you took me all night long. You really shook me out of you, took me all night long. You really shook me. Thought we were going away,
But you were wrong.
but you were wrong. Bit of ZZ Top for ya. I want to see you all dancing because this is the last time we're doing this. Crazy about a short dressed man. Gold watch, diamond ring. I am missing but a single thing. Couplings, a stick pin. I said, I'm gonna do you in. They come running just as fast as they can. Every girl's crazy about a short dressed man. they can. Every girl's crazy about a short-dressed man. Green shirt, new shoes. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Silk suit, black tie. I don't need a reason why. They come running just as fast as they can. Every girl's crazy about a short-dressed man. Thank you. We'll see you next time. We've been Brass Monkeys. Oh. How you doing? Well, my name's Johnny Pettimore. Same as my daddy and his daddy before. Well, you hardly ever saw Granddaddy down here. He only came to town about twice a year. He'd buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line. Everybody knew that he made moonshine. Well, revenue man wanted Granddaddy bad. Headed up the hollow with everything he had. All my time that I've been told, you're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Went out Daddy ran a whiskey in a big black Dodge. Sold it in an auction down at Mason's Lodge. They had chunks of kind of sherry painted on the side. Where he shot a coat of primer, then looked inside. Well, him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. Well, the sheriff came around in the middle of the night. Heard Mama crying, said something wasn't right. Headed down a nostril with a weekly low. You can smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Yeah! Woo! Come on, lock in the park, go! I volunteered for the army on my birthday. They got the white trash first round here anyway. I done two to the duty up Vietnam. I came home with a brand new plan. I take the sea from Colombia or Mexico. Well, I'm planning up the hollow down Copperhead Road. But ITA's got a chopper in the air. I wake up screaming like I'm back over there. I learned a thing or two from Charlie, don't you know? You're never coming back from Copperhead Road. You're never coming back from Copperhead Road. Woo, yeah! go. I'm going to get a good friend of ours, Mr. Ian Palmer, who's going to come and play some harmonica for you. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got this feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. I got clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep a smile off my face. Losing control, I'm all over the place. I got clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am. Well, now you started off with nothing. You found you are a self-made man. And your friends, they often call in. They slap you on the back and say, please. They say,